Welcome back. Like we've been telling you, big stocks in the green at this point in time, big indexes, especially the Bank Nifty. Mid caps just dibbly-dobbly, a little bit in the red. But we are in that mood to look at the winners of 2024. Motilal Oswal Financial Services is one of the top gainers of 2024. The stock has surged more than 190% in 2024. In fact, the broking company Investec is positive on Motilal Oswal, and they believe that all operating businesses are well positioned and are gaining market share. To discuss more on this, we have with us Shalibhadra Shah, the Chief Financial Officer at Motilal Oswal. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name properly. Feel free to correct me. But I just wanted to know, what are the trends that y'all are getting? Do you think you can continue with this kind of customer acquisition and market share growth? Is the visibility clear?
Good morning, Lata, and my name is correctly pronounced.
Thank you.
And so, I think it's what we have seen first half of this year. It's an all-round performance, in terms of our whether the brokerage business or our asset management business, our private wealth business, alternate business, investment banking, and so on. And there is a very healthy trend in the industry overall. If you see the run rates of client addition, still monthly demat account continues to be very strong at almost about 3.5 to 4 million demat accounts getting added in the industry. Mutual fund SIP book has been very, very strong at almost about 25,000 crores a month. Even the overall folio addition has been strong. Primary issuances have been strong. So we are seeing a very, very strong retailization story playing out. And in fact, with the entire financialization of savings happening very sharply, which is actually moved towards the equity culture, we are very optimistic on the overall financialization theme to play out for next few years. And in terms of even the client additions and the assets, I think we expect strong asset addition, client addition to the momentum to continue in the future as well.
No, absolutely. Shalibhadra, we hear it from Mr. Ramdev Agrawal himself, right? He's so optimistic on the capital market segment, has been for a while. And obviously, he sees that in his own business. I'm sure that's where it's coming from. But let me ask you this before we move on to other issues. It's been a phenomenal year so far in terms of, average daily turnover, client additions, etc. But what do you forecast in terms of these trends, say in Q4? The market's now entered a consolidation phase. The first quarter of consolidation was this October, November, December period. If the market continues to be in a time correction, I'm not even talking about a price correction right now, but if this continues, then what is the pace of, client additions, turnover? What can you forecast for, say, Q4 or say the second half of this year?
Yeah. So, while there is a bit of consolidation in the equity markets, but there is a lot of traction, on some of our businesses like asset management, private wealth management, and on. Because, see, again, what we are looking at is very healthy trends where the performance is there. Because to take an example, our asset management business, almost the entire AUM has outperformed the market, right? And the industry flows, we are getting a very large pie of that, which has led to even improvement in our market share and flows trend. So we expect a lot of traction built in our asset management business. Even on the private wealth business, we have very healthy pipeline of, the family offices that have added, the kind of product innovation we have done, a lot of senior talent we continue to add in that business. Advisors, we are continuously adding. So these businesses actually continue to see the benefit of even the strong equity culture. So flow run rates have been very sharp. So we believe H2 will be very strong flow run rate in these businesses going. This broking business again is of course is a function of markets, but again what we are seeing there also is a lot of focus on the distribution business where we have deepened the moves to cross-sell to the brokerage clients. And we see good momentum across these segments.
So, let me ask you, if at all, if you can give a numerical sort of a projection. We take your point completely. What you're saying is wealth management is really offsetting any kind of cyclicality which the broking business will throw in, which is the nature of that business, right? And wealth has been doing very well. It's a large business now for Motilal Oswal. Some estimates on the street say that you can deliver a PAT CAGR of 31% between FY24 and 27 and an ROE of 25%. These are the kind of estimates that analysts are working with right now. Do they seem fair? You tell us, given the strength of the other businesses, on a CAGR basis, top line and say PAT CAGR, what can we expect?
See, I think overall, if we look at the growth in last 2-3 years, the PAT growth has been almost about 40%, right? CAGR over last 2-3 years, and even this financial year, first half, we've grown at 47% in the first half in terms of the profit growth. So we expect a strong growth trajectory because the pipeline of business I was talking is very heavy. So we expect this trend for next 2-3 years to deliver stronger profit performance. So again, we can't predict an exact number, but I think as I was talking, the momentum is very, very strong. And even last decade, we have delivered, 34% operating profit performance. Rest aside, keeping the treasury book aside. So we expect meaningful momentum to continue for next 2-3 years of trend.
Shalibhadra, there is one always risk factor that is mentioned everywhere. Past performance is not a guarantee of future performance. Okay, let me just twist the question a bit. We've seen Grow and Zerodha just take away business from traditional brokerage houses, and that's led a traditional brokerage house like Angel to actually launch a new service. So from y'all, will we see any such fresh launches? Or will we see any demerger of business to take advantage of the mood of the market? For instance, like housing loans or something like that. Will we see another listing?
So as this I said, as of now, we have no plans to list businesses because we see this as entirely one synergistic business opportunity, whether it is our brokerage business or our asset management or private wealth or investment banking or institutional equity, alternate business. All of these plays a very strong synergy within themselves. And, the capital needs for this business are met by us by a very strong treasury book because that's a very differentiated twin model business of operating business and a treasury book which takes care of all our capital needs for each of the operating business. So unless we decide to dilute, we have no plans to actually demerge these businesses because these are very synergistic opportunities within themselves.
Got that. We'll let you go. We have still a lot more questions, but time is short. We will touch base with you in the new year. Thank you very much, Shalibhadra. Have a great 2025.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. We've been discussing about outlook with everyone who's come in, but let's